When you're ready to work the bed, the first thing you'll do is engage your speed. I'm going to work the bed in first speed. Engage the throttle. Engage the tines. And then I'm going to offset the handlebar to my left, making sure I'm not walking on the bed. We just prepared a pretty nice seed bed and the results are pretty good. The rotor tiller was one of the first tools that we had with the BCS, and it's one of the most affordable tools, so I consider it as a pretty nice entry-level equipment. It's affordable and it does the job. You see that the soil is really loose, and there's about 4 or 5 inch of good soil that is loose. You can adjust the depth of cultivating tines with this lever here to make it only on the first 3 or 4 inch. One of the drawbacks though is that if you overuse the rotor tiller on your bed, every time you're doing it, you're destroying your soil structure. So a good advice is to perhaps use it once, maybe twice per year. Otherwise, I would recommend using another tool like the harrow to prepare your seed beds. The rotor tiller is also very handy if you want to turn under a previous crop in to prepare the seed bed. So we're going to do that now. And I want to show you how easy it is to maneuver the tractor because of the turn on the time maneuverability it has. And so you'll see that just turning the machine at the end of the row is really simple, really straightforward, really easy. And then we'll prepare the other seed bed that way. Okay? See how easy it is to turn? Okay, now I'm ready to work. So I'm going to adjust the handlebars once more to my height. I'm going to put the tool in first gear, engage the PTO. Okay. So we've seen how the rotor tiller creates really nice seed beds. And I've told you that the problem is that if you're doing it more than twice a year, you're perhaps overworking your soil. But that's how we started, and it is a pretty good entry and starter tool. We've evolved over time as I learned more about soil health and soil structure, it's important to preserve it over time. And so we've really replaced the rotor tiller with the power harrow. I'll show you how that works. And it creates surface tilt that is really nice, and it has a roller in the back that firms and levels the seed bed, which is what you want to have good soil to seed contact. We also added to that combination the broad fork, which is a fork that allows you to open up the soil and aerate it in depth, but without overturning it. And so that's a combo that has replaced the rotor tiller on our farm. And the idea behind it, it's a bit more work, but over the long run, we're creating soil that is more healthy and fertile. So now we really see the results of using the two tools, the rotor tiller and the power harrow. And one of the key differences between both of them is the depth of tilt. And you see if I put my finger here, I'm about 1/2 inch to 1 inch deep, which is, and still creating perfect seed beds. So I don't need to go further down than that. But if I put my finger here, then, it's really deep. And that's just not necessary for most crops. Another difference is that the soil is being steered, not mixed as it would be with the tiller.
It thereby preserves the natural layer of the soil profile, keeping the nutrients of the compost in the top layers where they will do the most good.
And so the tiller sometimes overdoes it. The harrow just creates perfect seed beds without overhauling the soil. One of the major drawbacks that we had previously using the Power Harrow was how hard it was to turn at the end of the row because the tool is so heavy. So that's where the bumper, the weight that we put on the bumper helps a ton, and this Josephine lever also helps a great deal. I'll take the clutch off, give it the gas, and then I'm good to go. I'm really not working too hard here. Okay?
Beautiful.
Easy. Now I'm ready to work again. I'm going to adjust the handlebars to my liking. I'm going to bring lower tilt down, engage the PTO, and then I'm good to go for another pass. Okay? So all in all, I'm creating perfect seed beds. I'm not overworking the soil, and I'm not working too hard myself. And that's the power of the Power Harrow.